Ladies and gentlemen, a motivational speech in the style you requested. I'll provide the beginning of the speech and we can build from there. I wanted to get real. There are moments in life when everything feels like it's falling apart. You're searching for purpose, for direction, for that breakthrough you've been praying for. But it feels like the more you search, the further it slips away. You're looking for something. Maybe it's success. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's joy. But it's as if it's always just beyond your reach. I understand. I see you. I feel you. You may be in a season of frustration, but let me tell you this, don't you dare stop looking. I know the struggle. I know the weight of the moment. But I also know something greater is on the horizon. If you'll just believe, I promise you, something greater is on the horizon. You're looking for it. And here's what I need you to understand. You won't find it in the places you're searching right now. It's not found in the comfort zone. It's not found in the places you expect. And it's certainly not going to show up just because you're frustrated. No, it's going to show up when you least expect it, in ways you didn't see coming, in places you didn't anticipate, in people you didn't even know were part of the plan. It's there, but here's the catch. You've got to look for it with the right perspective. Looking for it means you're not just standing still waiting for the world to change for you. No, it means you get up every day with a renewed determination to go after what God has promised you. It means that even when your heart is heavy, even when the road ahead seems unclear, you keep moving forward with faith that there is something waiting for you at the end of this journey. And don't get it twisted, it's not going to be easy. Nobody who achieved greatness ever had an easy road. Don't let the world fool you with the illusion of instant success. The road to what you're searching for is not a smooth, paved highway. It's full of detours, bumps, and sometimes it might feel like the journey is taking you in the opposite direction of where you want to go. But I need you to hear me today. Those detours are part of the plan. That struggle is building something in you. It's shaping you, refining you, preparing you for what is to come. The very thing you think is holding you back is the very thing that's going to propel you forward. I know some of you are weary. I know you're tired of looking and not finding. But understand that just because you don't see it today doesn't mean it's not coming. Just because you don't have it in your hand right now doesn't mean you're not on the brink of a breakthrough. You see, what you're looking for is being prepared for you, even when you don't feel it. It's being positioned in ways that you can't yet comprehend. God is working behind the scenes, making arrangements, opening doors, and creating opportunities that will blow your mind when you finally walk into them. But in order for you to find it, you have to change your mindset. You can't look at the world through the lens of doubt and fear. You have to look for it with the eyes of faith. Faith that says, even though I can't see it, I know it's there. Faith that says, even though the road is hard, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. When you begin to look forward with the eyes of faith, you will begin to see things you never noticed before. The opportunities, the people, the circumstances that are aligning just for you. They've been there all along, but now, because your perspective is shifted, you're ready to recognize them. So listen to me. Your miracle is on the other side of your persistence. Your breakthrough is just beyond the next step you take. You may not have all the answers. You may not have the full picture, but if you keep looking for it, you'll find it. Your moment is coming. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But you got to trust the process. You got to trust that what's meant for you will not pass you by, and that even in the waiting, God is working. He's never late. He's never forgotten about you. He's never abandoned you. He is right here, right now, working things out for your good. And most importantly, He has been waiting for you all the time. So keep looking, keep searching, keep moving forward, because what you are looking for is not only worth the wait, but it's also going to be more than you ever imagined. It's bigger, it's better, and it's coming. I know it's coming. Do you believe it? Do you trust that what's for you cannot be held back? Then keep looking for it, because the moment you stop looking is the moment you miss it. And when it comes, when it arrives at your door, you'll be ready, because you've been looking for it all along. If you'd like me to continue or adjust any part, just let me know. You have to understand that the journey you're on, the quest to find what you've been seeking, is not one of happenstance. It is not a random series of events leading nowhere. There is a reason why you're searching, a reason why your heart aches with the longing for something more. And I need you to grasp this truth. The search itself is part of the process. Too often, we focus on the destination and forget that the path we walk is just as significant. The path you're walking right now, with all its uncertainties and its struggles, is shaping you for the greatness you are about to step into. Party F8. The greatest obstacle is what makes you great. Looking for what you desire is not just about hoping that one day it will magically appear in your life. No, my friend. Looking is about active participation in your destiny. It's not a passive act of waiting for something to show up on your doorstep. Looking is something you do every single day with intention. It's not enough to sit and expect that everything will fall into place while you remain stagnant. You got to get up, take action, and put yourself in the right position to receive what's coming. We often hear the phrase, faith without works is dead. What that means is that the act of looking, of searching, is not just about wishing or hoping. It's about demonstrating your belief through your actions. The very act of searching is an expression of faith. You're saying, I trust that what I'm looking for is out there, and I'm going to find it. It's that faith that propels you forward, even when the way is unclear. It's that faith that gives you the strength to keep searching when everything in your life is telling you to give up. You see, the problem isn't that you're searching, it's that too many of us stop searching too soon. We give up because we don't see immediate results. We grow weary when the answers don't come as quickly as we expected. We start to doubt ourselves, and we begin to question whether what we've been searching for even exists. But let me tell you something. The search is not wasted. Every step you take, every time you look, every moment you move forward in faith, it is all moving you closer to what you seek, even if you can't see it right now. You have to trust that there is a purpose in your search, a plan that is unfolding even when you can't understand it. Think about it this way. When a child is learning how to walk, they don't just stand still and hope that one day they will walk. No, they get up, they stumble, they fall, they get back up again, and they keep trying, they keep searching for their balance. Every attempt, every failure is a part of the journey toward the moment when they will walk on their own. And even though it seems like they aren't getting anywhere, they're getting closer to their goal with every single attempt. The search is part of the process, and without it, they would never learn to walk. Similarly, in your life, every search, every step you take toward what you desire is preparing you for something greater. You may not understand how, you may not see how it all fits together, but what you are searching for is already being shaped for you. Your perseverance, your willingness to keep looking is drawing you nearer to the thing you are destined to receive. And yes, it's going to take time, but that's the beauty of it. The waiting period is not wasted. It is building something in you. It is preparing you for a time when you will be ready to handle what you've been praying for. Now let's talk about what it means to look with faith. Looking for what you want isn't just about wishing and hoping for a miracle to drop into your lap. Looking with faith means you believe in what's coming, even when you don't see it. It means you trust that there is something out there with your name on it, even if it's not visible to you yet. Faith allows you to keep searching with confidence, to keep pressing forward with the assurance that what is meant for you will find its way to you. But this requires a shift in perspective. You have to believe that the desire you feel inside of you is not random. That longing, that hunger for more, it's there for a reason. The vision you have for your life, the dreams you have for your future, they didn't just come out of nowhere. Those are seeds planted in you by God Himself. And you begin to look for this. Look for what you are meant to do, where you're meant to go, and who you're meant to become. You are simply acknowledging that there is something greater at work behind the scenes. That is what faith does. It lets you see beyond what you can physically touch, beyond what you can logically understand, and into the realm of possibility. This faith does not mean that you will always feel confident or certain. It's not about feeling completely at peace all the time. No, faith is about knowing that even when you feel doubt, even when the road is unclear, you can still move forward because you know the destination is worth it. It's about trusting that the obstacles you face today are not there to stop you, but to prepare you for the success that's coming. Faith isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just a subtle whisper that tells you, keep going, you're almost there. Sometimes it's the courage to take one more step, even when you can't see what's ahead. But you keep going because you know there's something out there with your name on it. Something that is just waiting for you to take that next step. The act of looking for what you desire is a declaration of belief. Every time you search, every time you make a move, every time you take another step of faith, you are saying, I trust that what I am looking for is real, that it exists and that it's coming for me. And let me tell you this, there is nothing more powerful than a person who looks for what they desire with faith. When you have that kind of faith, it becomes unstoppable. When you are determined to find it, when you believe with all your heart that it is on the way, it will not elude you. So don't stop looking, don't stop searching, don't stop pressing forward, even when it feels like it's taken too long, even when it seems like the dream is slipping further away. Keep looking. Your persistence is the key. Your faith is the key. What you are searching for is not lost. It's out there waiting for you to find it, and when you find it, it will be more than you ever imagined. But you've got to keep looking, keep believing, keep searching, because that's how you will find it. Let me know if you'd like to continue or adjust any part. The road to your dreams, to what you are seeking, is rarely a straight path. It's filled with twists and turns, hills and valleys, unexpected detours, and sometimes it even feels like you're going in the opposite direction of where you want to go. But let me tell you something. The struggle is not a sign that you're on the wrong path. No, it's a sign that you're in the right place. The journey you're on is one that will test your resolve, your patience, and your character. But it's also a journey that will refine you, shape you, and prepare you for the greatness that is waiting for you on the other side of this struggle. We live in a world where instant gratification is often expected. We want things now. We want success now. We want recognition now. But that's not how true success works. True success, the kind that lasts, is the result of enduring, of pushing through, of learning to handle adversity with grace. There's a process. There's a shaping that must take place. And it's in the struggle that the foundation for your future is laid. You see, the detours, the setbacks, the times when it feels like you're walking through the valley of darkness, those are the moments that are building your resilience. Those are the moments that are strengthening your resolve. They are preparing you for what is coming. Without these moments, you wouldn't have the depth of character that is needed to handle the success and the blessings that will come when you finally reach the summit. It's easy to look at someone who has achieved great things and think that their journey was smooth, that they just got lucky, or that things came easily to them. But if you listen closely to their story, you'll find that behind every success is a tale of struggle. Behind every triumph, there was a test. Behind every triumph, there were times when they wanted to give up, but they didn't. They kept going. They understood that the struggle was a necessary part of their growth. They knew that what they were going through wasn't meant to break them, but to build them. And so they pressed on to the death. One of the most important things you can do in the midst of struggle is to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing the obstacles as roadblocks, begin to see them as opportunities. Every challenge, every setback is a chance for you to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. When you face a challenge, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what is this teaching me? Every struggle has something to offer you. It may not always be immediately obvious, but if you choose to see it through the lens of growth, you begin to understand that there is value in every difficulty. Struggles are like the fire that refines gold. Gold doesn't become pure without going through the fire. It's the heat, the pressure, the intensity of the flame that burns away the impurities and leaves behind the gold. In the same way, your struggles are refining you. They're burning away the things that are not meant for you, the things that will not serve your purpose. They're revealing the strength within you that you didn't even know you had. But as soon as you learn to master the things that serve you, will you find all the things that you didn't even know you had. You're learning endurance. You're learning patience. You're learning perseverance. And most importantly, you're learning that you are stronger than you thought. It's important to remember that growth doesn't always happen in the way we expect it to. We want to grow and achieve success, but we don't want to go through the difficult parts. We want the reward without the struggle, but that's not how it works. The struggle is what makes you appreciate the victory. It's what makes you ready for what's ahead. If everything were easy, you wouldn't be equipped to handle the responsibility that comes with success. You wouldn't appreciate it as much. But when you fought for it, when you've struggled, when you've been knocked down and gotten back up again, you will have the resilience to sustain the success when it comes. Sometimes the struggle feels overwhelming. You wonder if you're ever going to get through it, if it will ever end. You may feel like you're on the verge of giving up. But here's the truth. The struggle is temporary. The pain, the frustration, the tears, they will not last forever. There is an end to the struggle, and there is a reward on the other side. The challenge is to keep going, even when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. The challenge is to trust that the struggle is leading you somewhere. It's not a random event. It's not punishment. It's preparation. If you allowed the pain from the past to stop you from preparation, there will be days when you want to quit, when the road ahead seems impossible. But that is the moment when you must dig in deeper. That is the moment when you must decide that you will not be defeated by your circumstances. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. And often, it's just beyond the moment when you feel like giving up. The moment you decide to push through is the moment everything begins to shift. You may not see the change immediately, but every step you take, every effort you make, is moving you closer to the outcome you desire. There's a quote that says, "The darkest hour is just before dawn." It's in those moments of deepest struggle that the breakthrough is coming. But you have to be willing to hold on. You have to be willing to push through the discomfort. You have to be willing to endure, because you understand that it's not just about the struggle. It's about what the struggle is producing in you. It's producing strength. It's producing endurance. It's producing a mindset that says, I will not quit. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who never faced struggle. They are the ones who learned how to keep going in the face of adversity. They are the ones who kept pressing forward, even when they didn't know how it would all work out. They understood that struggle is not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's a sign that you're on the right one. The path to greatness is not a smooth, easy journey. It's filled with challenges, with obstacles, with times when it feels like you're losing ground. But it's in those moments that your character is being shaped, that your faith is being tested, that your vision is being clarified. So I want to encourage you today, don't despise the struggle. Don't run from it. Don't resent it. Embrace it. Understand that it is part of the process. It's not there to break you, it's there to make you stronger. It's there to build the resilience you will need when the success comes. The struggle is refining you, preparing you for what you've been praying for, preparing you for the blessing that is just ahead. And when you come out of this season, you will be stronger, wiser, and more equipped than you were before. The struggle is not in vain. It is a necessary part of your journey to greatness. Feel free to let me know if you'd like me to adjust any part or continue. But when you're on a journey to find what you're looking for, it's not just about the external circumstances or the tangible things that you desire. It's about how you see those things. Your perspective, how you view the world and everything around you, shapes your experience and determines how you navigate through life. If you want to find what you're looking for, you must first shift your perspective, because the way you see things now may be limiting your ability to see the opportunities and blessings that are already around you. When you begin to look at life through a lens of faith, everything changes. Most of us are conditioned to look at the world through the lens of what we can see, touch, and understand. We rely on our senses and our logic to interpret what's happening around us. But faith isn't about seeing what's right in front of you. It's about seeing beyond the physical world, beyond what is immediately apparent, and trusting that there's something greater at play. This shift in perspective requires you to look at everything with the eyes of possibility. The belief that something good is coming even if you can't see it right now. Looking with faith means you choose to believe in what is unseen. It means you look at your circumstances, and instead of seeing defeat, you see potential. Instead of seeing failure, you see lessons. You choose to see opportunities, even in the midst of challenges. Your perspective shifts from a mindset of lack and limitation to one of abundance and opportunity. When you choose to look for the good in every situation, you begin to open your eyes to the blessings that are already present in your life. But changing your perspective isn't always easy. Life has a way of knocking us down, of making us feel like we're not where we should be, or that we don't have what it takes to achieve our dreams. We get discouraged when things don't go as planned, and we begin to focus on what's going wrong instead of what's going right. That's when it becomes crucial to remember that faith is not about ignoring your circumstances, but choosing to see beyond them. It's about understanding that just because things look a certain way now doesn't mean they will stay that way. What you see today is not the final picture. There is more to the story. When you begin to look at life through this lens of faith, you start to notice things you may have missed before. You begin to see the opportunities that are there waiting for you to recognize them. You see the people who are placed in your life for a reason, the connections that are being made, the doors that are opening. Even in times of difficulty, faith allows you to see the lesson, the growth, and the transformation that is taking place within you. You begin to understand that the challenges are not there to hold you back, but to position you for something greater. But what does it mean to truly look with faith? It means that you stop relying solely on what you can see with your eyes and start trusting in what you know deep in your heart. You trust that even though things might not be where you want them to be right now, there is a plan in motion. You believe that there is something bigger than yourself at work, orchestrating your steps at work, orchestrating your steps and preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. You trust that everything, even the difficult moments, are part of the process. Looking with faith also means choosing to believe in your own potential. So often, we are our own worst critics. We look at our weaknesses, our failures, and we start to believe the lie that we are not good enough, not strong enough, or not capable enough to achieve our dreams. But faith calls you to see yourself differently. It calls you to see yourself as someone who is capable of overcoming obstacles, someone who has been uniquely designed for a purpose. When you begin to look at yourself through the eyes of faith, you see someone who has value, who has strength, who has the potential to accomplish great things. You realize that your current situation does not define you, and that the limitations you see are not permanent. This shift in perspective also requires you to let go of the idea that things need to happen on your timeline. Too often we want things to unfold in a specific way, on a specific schedule. But faith teaches us that timing is everything. The right things happen at the right time. When you trust in God's timing, you release the pressure to control every aspect of your life. You trust that when the time is right, everything will fall into place. And you expand the weight of your heart. This doesn't mean you stop working, stop striving, or stop moving forward. No, it means that you trust the process and you understand that there are seasons in life. Some seasons are for planting, others are for growing, and still others are for reaping the harvest. When you embrace the seasons and understand that each one has a purpose, You are able to look at the present with peace, knowing that what you are doing now is preparing you for the future. Sometimes looking with faith means taking the first step even when you don't have all the answers. It's about moving forward without seeing the whole path ahead of you. Faith isn't about certainty, it's about trust. Trusting that even when the road ahead looks uncertain, you will be guided. Taking that first step may feel intimidating, but it's necessary. The path may not always be clear, but each step you take brings you closer to where you are meant to be. And as you move forward, you begin to see things you couldn't see before. The path begins to open up, doors begin to open, opportunities begin to unfold. But you must take that first step, even when you can't see what's next. When you look for what you desire with the eyes of faith, you no longer see obstacles as insurmountable barriers. Instead, you see them as opportunities for growth. You understand that every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your faith, to refine your character, and to prepare for the blessing that is on the other side. You see challenges not as something to avoid, but as something to embrace because you know they are part of the process. You learn to trust that every step, every setback, every challenge is leading you to where you are supposed to be. The perspective shift you need isn't just about looking outward at the world differently. It's also about looking inward. It's about recognizing that the very thing you are looking for may already be inside of you. The potential, the strength, the faith, it's all within you. When you begin to look with faith, you begin to tap into that inner strength and allow it to propel you forward. You realize that the very thing you've been searching for has been within you all along. This is how you truly find what you are looking for. By shifting your perspective, by seeing beyond what you can physically see, by trusting that what is for you is already on its way, even if you can't see it yet. When you look with faith, you open your eyes to the endless possibilities around you. You realize that what you are searching for is not a destination, but a journey. And the journey itself is full of blessings, lessons, and opportunities.